Greetings, dearly beloved, in the Holy Bible and in the book of 1 Samuel and chapter 24 and verses 4 to 7, it reads, And the men of David said unto him, Behold, the day of which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thy hand, that thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily. And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him, because he had cut off Saul's skirt. And he said unto his men, The Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth my hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. So David stayed his servants with these words, and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. And verse 17 reads, this is Saul speaking to David. And he said to David, Thou art more righteous than I, but thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. Praise God. A way for us to have mercy, the way for us to show mercy is to reward good for evil. Has someone done something to you that has hurt you? Instead of repaying evil for evil and doing something to them that has hurt them, praise God, instead do something to them that would do the opposite, that would bring them joy, that would bring them that would bring their put a smile on their face, praise God. And it doesn't mean that if somebody is continually hurting you, that you should put yourself now amongst their presence to do good to them so that they can continue hurting you. No, we definitely shouldn't do that. But if an opportunity arises, as the Holy Bible says, let us do good unto all men, especially those of the household of faith. If the opportunity arises, then we shouldn't say, well, no, I'm not going to do this good thing because that person hurt me. Or if people are all now speaking bad about this person, it's not an opportunity for you to now speak bad about the person because they hurt you, but rather you could say, no, I don't want to be involved in this conversation, sorry, because I don't want to speak bad about this person or about anyone. Or instead you can find something good to say about that person, praise God. And in terms of not speaking bad about anybody, if somebody is doing something that's really bad and hurting you, that doesn't mean you can't tell a trusted person to be able to pray with you about the situation. But we definitely want to be careful in terms of who we are speaking to and what we are saying and what is the intention and what is the purpose. But a way of showing mercy also is an opportunity arises for you to make somebody's life hard who has made your life hard. But instead of doing that, praise God, you have mercy and you abstain from doing that thing because it would be rewarding evil for evil. And instead, you want to reward good. You want to reward good for evil. Or if somebody is actually even physically put their hand on you, praise God. Sorry, I say praise God all the time. If somebody is physically put their hand on you, you don't want to now go and hit them back, but instead pray for that person. That's a way of having mercy. If that person who put their hand on you now has a terminal illness, a way of showing mercy is praying for that person instead of saying, well, they got what they deserved, or, they shouldn't have done what they did to me and maybe this wouldn't happen. But instead it's praying to God for that person. We definitely want God's will to be done, but having mercy would be praying for that person. Praise God. This is how David had mercy. He had an opportunity to slay Saul, and Saul was after his life. Saul had tried to kill him. There was a time he had a javelin in his hand and he threw it at David and David managed to escape. He managed to escape death, praise God, and that was God who helped him to escape. And he had an opportunity now to kill Saul, and we said, God forbid that I should do this. I will not repay evil for evil. God said that revenge is mine. I will repay. So we never have to worry about taking revenge on our enemies. We never have to, worry about repaying evil for evil. Do not be overcome with evil, beloved, but instead overcome evil with good. Praise God. And also, I want to say, because I really feel this in my spirit, if somebody has well done something that hurt your loved one, especially somebody rude to your child or says something that offends your child, it's not now for us to go and have enmity with that person or say something rude to their child or their family member. That's still repaying evil for evil. We want to have mercy on that person, to pray for that person, to pray for our child to get healing as well if our child needs healing. And we want to love that person, love our enemies. This is what our wonderful, kind, amazing Savior said. This is having mercy on our enemies, loving our enemies, blessing the people that curse us, praying for the people that despitefully use us. Praise God. And we will be blessed for it. Praise God. And I love blessings. Praise God. I'm sure that we all want to be blessed. And when God blesses us, He adds no sorrows with it, which is blessing on top of blessing. Praise God. And so let us, whether it happens to us or our family members, let us show kindness. Let the law of kindness be in our mouth. Let our words be seasoned with salt. Let us minister grace to the hearer and show mercy to people. Praise God. Or if somebody has borrowed money and they haven't given it back, and they need to borrow again, and we're in a position to. A way of having mercy is borrowing it instead of saying, well, you didn't give it back last time, so I'm not going to give it to you this time. We want to use wisdom. We don't want to just waste God's resources and be used, but maybe they really are sorry and they're not in a position to give it back, what they borrowed back before, but they're saying, I'm going to give you back this and what I gave back before. We can have mercy and give them, praise God, money, praise God. That's a way of having mercy as well. Praise God.